A Plaguelands Media production.
Hey everyone, this is Hugh from Plaguelands Media bringing you another board game playthrough, Season 2 of Final Girl. This time we are playing against the Intruders at Wingard Cottage. The Intruders, of course, being a play on the slasher film The Strangers. Quite unusual in that we have 3 killers, which are represented by the red, the black, and the grey meeple here. Pardon me. We are using Ava. She has 5 health. You can see she can reduce horror by 1, move, and get some health back. And her ultimate power, when making a horror roll, you can re-roll all 1 results, which is pretty cool. Our setup is the grad party. So you can see we start up here. There's a couple in the bedroom. There's some out by the lake. We have indoor and outdoor spaces on this this card. So indoor is basically anything squarish, I guess, and then outdoor is the outside. We have some craftable items. If we move into spots with these symbols here, we can actually collect them, wood, nails, things like that, and we can use them to craft these items on the side here. So in the boathouse, we have blueprints. In the shed, we have a chisel. And in the garage, we have a fireplace poker. Let's get our terror deck shuffled up. This should be an interesting one because we actually have to take out 3 villains instead of the usual 1. Okay, so that's all shuffled up. Let's shuffle our event deck and draw 1. Okay, and our starting event. Home security. Keep this card until you use it. It will be activated during any action phase when there are no enemies in the house. When activated, enemies are not allowed to enter the house. When an enemy tries to enter the house, place a token on this card and they don't move. The alarm is disabled when there are 3 tokens on this card, or when you or a victim either you or a victim enter or leave the house. Okay. All right, so we've got home security. The house is this section right here. Very interesting. What else do we need to do? This is going to be a strange one, I think. So we have our cards. Focus, weak attack, walk, short rest, walk, and focus. What do we want to do? Do we want to take some victims? All right. Horror starts at 3. That's kind of low, but pretty good for us. So let's focus first off. And so we played our focus. We're going to get rid of weak attack and short rest. What am I doing? There we go. Weak attack and short rest. We'll turn this into a success. So horror goes down by 1 at the cost of 1 time. Let's just play our other focus. I want to get rid of 2 walk cards to bring horror down. I don't. So we lose 2 time. Let's just, you know what? Let's just walk. 1 success. So we can move 1 space. Let's go here. And we'll hold on to this. Okay, so we played focus 1 time there. Focus, we lost 2 time. So we are at 2 time, I believe. If I'm wrong, leave it in the comments section below. Okay, that is our turn. Going to take a sip of bad decision juice. I'm going to buy a sprint for 2 time. All of my 0 cost cards. Go back. And that is the end of our turn. So we go on to the killer phase. We resolve a terror card. Oh, wait. The active killer. You can see here. The active killer is the red killer. So the active killer moves. Doesn't move. Just attacks victims in the space. But there isn't any in the space. Very reminiscent of the film starring Liv Tyler. And we resolve a terror card. So the active killer actually goes, we move the active killer down. So the grey meeple is now the active killer. Towards the nearest victim, they move and attack. They can go here or here. I'm going to move them there. And then they kill the victim, putting Bloodlust up, which means we get 2 terror and horror, I should say. And horror goes up by 1. There's blood everywhere. All right, we are now at 5 horror. That is not good. We can't do very much, so let's start with a sprint. Oh my lord. We're going to move 1 space, taking these victims with us. We're going to lose 2 time, lose a health, and that is the end of our turn. Okay, we get back all of our 0 cost cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 4 to spend. Let's buy a sprint for 2 and a search for 2. Sprint goes back. Search for 2, okay. The active killer, which is the grey meeple, doesn't kill anyone because there's no one in their space. Okay, the active killer is going to move twice. They have a movement of 1. Attack. Okay. So they move 1. Don't move again because they're in the space with the victim. They attack, killing that victim, pushing Bloodlust up. And then the active killer token goes back up to here. So red is now the active killer. If there are no victims on the board, place the active killer with the furthest victim. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the active killer goes there, and then the active killer kills that victim, pushing Bloodlust up by 1. Where are they coming from? Wow, this is insanity. All right. We are going to sprint. We get 1 success, so we can move 2 spaces. We are going to go 1, drop them off, We will put horror down by 1. And we will move 1 space to there. We still have 1 space left to move. Let's go back. We'll move 1 space. We'll go back to there. We are going to spend, and that took 1 time. We're going to spend 1 time to gain, I believe that is wood. So we'll gain the wood. That will go in our backpack. Let me just check. Wood. Yep, that's the wood. Okay. So that was our sprint. Let's use a walk. 1 success, so we can move 1 space at the cost of 1 time. And let's go into the boathouse. Let's spend a time to grab the rope. The more of these we have, the better we are. And you know what? Let's search. 1 success. Take the item card from the space. In the boathouse, we get the blueprint. That costs us 1 time as well. Discard the blueprint to select a crafted item from the unused crafted items, and we can now craft it. Okay, so let me discard that, and then let me grab the crafted item deck here. These are the ones that we aren't using. Shuffle them, and we can now craft a snare. Okay, I'll just put that off to the side with the other crafted items. Crafted items are unique to this game. So, for example, if we have a wooden bat, nails, and 2 time, we can make a nail bat. Or if we have wood, rope, disabled tools, nails, we can make the obliterator. So these are kind of unique to this location. Okay, we have 1 time to spend. I'm going to buy a close call. All right, we used our search card. I don't want to do anything else. So we spend our 1 time. The active killer is not on a space with any victims, so we draw our terror card. Horror goes up by 1. If there are no victims on the board, there are. The active killer token moves down to the grey boy again. And towards the nearest victim. I'm going to go in here because there's 3. They're going to kill that one, pushing Bloodlust up by 1. Okay. This is going to now panic these 2 victims. So 6 and 1. 2 to 4, 5, 6. So that victim is simply going to stay there and not do anything. Okay, I've got to put the search card back, sprint card back, and that walk. All right. Okay. Well, we've got to move quite literally, or we can. You know what? Let's focus. Let's try and get. Okay, I played focus. I'm going to get rid of weak attack and short rest to make that a success, which for focus is horror goes down by 1 time. Let's focus again. 1 success. Horror goes down at cost of a time. And now let's walk. Why not? 2 successes. We lose a time, but we get to move 2 spaces. 1, 2. Why not? All right. We get our walk back. We have 3 to spend. And we're going to get distraction for 3. So that is our distraction card there. Focus, weak attack, short. All right. Okay, this is interesting. I might have a chance to take out someone, perhaps, in the near future. Okay, the active killer. Oh, crap. All right, the active killer attacks, pushing Bloodlust up and revealing our dark power. Maskophobia. Once per turn, when a killer moves into your space, horror goes up. You may not purchase focus while the killer is in your space. Ooh, okay. That's cool. I like that. Our terror card. Place the active killer in your space. Okay. Grey is the active killer, so Grey is now here. Final girl gets attacked, does 2 damage. Then the active killer goes down, moves towards final girl. Active killer goes down, so it loops up around. And they move towards the final girl. 1, 2, 3, 4. They move 1, 2. All right. That was not a good turn for us. At all. Well, you know what? Let's try getting the house. Let's do a walk. Okay. I'm going to re-roll 1 die with close call. All right. I can move 2 spaces at the cost of a time. I'm going to move to the porch and then inside the house. Okay. Action phase. No enemies in the house. There aren't. Okay, so we're going to activate home security right now. That was our walk. And let's play distraction. I'll take it. I'll gain a time. And that goes down. All right. That's going to be the end of our phase. We have 5 to spend. What do I want to do? Let's gain Furious Strike and Close Call. That makes 5 time. And all of our walk, our weak cards, 0 cost cards, I should say. 0 cost time. All right. The active killer is not in a space with a victim or a final girl, so nothing happens. We draw a terror card. We are all going to die. The active killer moves towards the final. Oh my lord! All right. They move 2, 1, 2, and they attack, killing another victim, pushing Bloodlust up. Okay, the killer moves down, so it's the grey meeple now is the killer. Moves towards the nearest victim. 1, 2, and attacks. There are no victims in the space, but I am in the space, the final girl. Doing 2 damage. Do I die? Yes, I do. And just like that, Ava has been killed by the intruders. As far as film, like the film sets go, the Intruders and Wingard Cottage, this one, in my personal opinion, is fucking awesome. The Intruders is such a unique idea, having 3 killers, and whoever is the active killer kind of does the actions. In the cottage, being able to craft items from other items. Just a really, really cool idea. Really cool setup. Not much else to say about this. I like Ava. I think she's a great final girl. Her final ability is actually quite powerful if I could get it to activate. The fact that the killers kind of start at 3, but you've got 3 of them, so it evens itself out. This was a fantastic design. And you know what? I lost, but it's not about winning or losing. It's about the story. And we had the grad party. All the grad students were getting picked off by the 3 killers. And if you've never seen The Strangers, the film The Strangers, go and watch it. It's terrifying. I absolutely love it. There you have it. That was Final Girl Season 2. Ava versus the Intruders in Wingard Cottage. I hope you enjoyed today's playthrough. I know I certainly did. I had an absolute blast, as you can see. So please, everyone, stay safe. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. Leave a comment if I messed up. I'm really appreciative. Someone in my last Final Girl Season 2 video pointed out a colossal blunder I made at the end of the game, which I'm very appreciative for. So thank you so much to that viewer. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video.